Hi, everybody. Welcome to my space and happy Wednesday, right? Is that what today is? I think it's Wednesday. I think that that's where we're at. So if you are here with me live, and I hope you are, please say hi. Please say hi and tell us where you are from and how you are and what's going on. I love to do these, but it's also hard for me not to be able to see everyone, right? I love to see faces, but I also just love to sense your energy. So thank you for being here. So if you're here, please fill us in. I don't know what is going on with me today and why I feel so, I don't know. It was chilly. And now I've got this on. Now I'm getting a little warm, but that's okay. So we want to talk about the moon, right? We are here for Moon Messages with Michele. And we're also here to pull some cards for those of you that are here. Hi, Susan. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Where are you from, Susan? So if you want a card, we'll get to that in a little bit. Then you can let me know, and I will be happy to pull a card for you. So I want to talk about this moon because this energy is a lot. It's a lot of energy, and it's a lot of just a lot. It's a lot of energy, and I posted about it the other day, and I was talking about the fact that we are in the space of releasing, and because that's what the full moon is all about, right? Releasing, and releasing what's no longer serving, releasing tendencies and patterns, releasing whatever we feel like we want to release, right? It's really at the core about cleaning up emotional clutter. That's what we want to do. We want to clean up emotional clutter. So how do we do that, right? And we're in that cycle every month, right? The moon goes through its cycle really every 28 days, I guess. Not every, a month can be 31 days, but so we're in that cycle, and we have the full moon, then we have the new moon, then we have the full moon again, full moon, then the waning, and the new moon, and then the waxing, and the full moon. And did I say, sorry, full moon, waning, new moon, waxing, full moon again. And so it can feel like it's a never ending cycle. And that was how I felt when I got up on Monday, like, oh, here we go again, And so I want to share this comment. Okay. So somebody commented on my post on Instagram and said, I feel we are always being told to release things. Is there ever a time to not release? And then I asked in my post, like, what are you waxing towards in life? Because that's what I was being called to on Monday, was to focus a little bit more on what I'm waxing towards more than what I want to release. It's kind of like the garden analogy. We want our garden to be so full of beautiful foliage, right? Plants, vegetable plants, fruit, whatever it is, that there's just not a lot of room for weeds. And when we do that in our mind or emotionally, spiritually, all those things, when we, excuse me, guys, just going to move that a little bit. But when we do that, when we focus more on what we're wanting to move towards, more of what we're wanting to bring in, right? Then there's no room for all the other stuff. It's harder for the heavy, the little pesky thoughts to take root and to really become something and to take over. So, like, what do we want to wax towards? And so this person said that they are wanting, they're slowly waxing towards more playtime for herself, which I love. And so then she went on to say that she engaged in a lot of playtime, but then, was kind of saying, I did that, and then there was all this work to catch up on, which is what happens, and it can happen. But then, she's like, so I'm tired of releasing. And I said, my comment to her was, absolutely, we can take a break from the releasing. However, and this is a big thing. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Anne. Thank you, guys. We can take a break from the releasing. However, I would say you did a lot of full moon releasing the last 4 days by allowing yourself to play rather than doing what you should have done. Okay. And that's where the pure magic comes in. So I really want us to kind of sit with that idea for a moment of playing with this idea that, we think of releasing and it's work, a lot of work. There's a lot of work and it can feel exhausting. But she released the need to be in work mode. She released the need to be doing something that felt more productive or that we think is more productive, right? When the truth of the matter is, when we are giving ourselves the time to be in play, to be in joy, to be connected with our heart in the most beautiful way we can, that is the work of the most effective kind, right? And it's getting to the heart of it all. And so it's just really releasing so much. It's doing so much work. And the best part of it is we're in such joy. We're in such a place of fun and just being with ourselves that it doesn't feel like work. And that's what we want the majority of the time. Of course, there are times and situations and things in life that require work, right? And that will feel like work because they are work. It's just the way it is. And if we can have those spaces of fun and enjoyment and just being in the space of fun and enjoyment, if we can grow those so that they become bigger and bigger, even the times of work feel more manageable. It's when we feel like we're in the constant space of work and doing and work and doing and releasing and doing all the things that it gets overwhelming and we get fatigued. That's no fun. We don't want to be there. We want to be in the space of enjoyment in life as much as we can. I'm not a lazy person, but I have found I used to say that I'm lazy. But what it really is, it's not laziness. It's just I want simple and I want ease. I want ease in everything that I do. If something feels too hard, I want to take a pause and find maybe an easier way around it, right? Kind of like water. That's what water does. Water finds the easiest path. Even with a mountain, right? Water finds the easiest path and forges that way rather than by force. Water can be forceful, but really water is all about ease and flow. And I know that most of you are like me. We're doing all the things. We're trying all the things. We're doing all the things we need to do physically to be healthy. We're doing all the things we can with food to be healthy. We're doing all of the things emotionally to be healthy. We're doing all the things energetically to be healthy. All the things spiritually to be healthy. All the things. And it can feel really heavy and really hard. And like uphill both ways, right? Not in flow like water at all. So who here has felt that way? Maybe not right now, but at one point in your life. I would love to raise your hand. I would love to have a comment. Just let me know that I'm not alone, because we don't ever want to feel alone, right? We want to know that we're all in this together, and when we know that people have experienced something that in the similar way as us, there's a camaraderie there and a support that helps it feel more manageable. So I know that we're all doing this, and I want to talk about something that's very important. And this goes into, Teresa says, oh, definitely a lot of the time. Thank you, Teresa. And hi, so nice for you to be here. I appreciate it. Teresa makes the most gorgeous, gluten-free, sometimes vegan treats. In fact, my family calls her Teresa because her treats are the best, and her name is Teresa. So I love that. But it can feel very, very overwhelming. And what I want to talk about is, I'm really talking about block therapy right now. I'm offering a class that's coming up next week. If you want some information about that, please let me know. I'm going to put the link in the comments at some point for you to join if you want. But it's an intro to block therapy, because block therapy is like, it's very familiar to me, but until I knew about it, I didn't know anything about it. And so I know how this is, right? It's like a foreign thing, but it has been the single most life-changing and intimate thing I've ever done in my life. And that's saying a lot, because I've done a lot of stuff. I've done a lot of stuff. I've tried everything out there. It seems like I've tried, all the different Reikis, cranial, sacral, energy work of all the different kinds, physical modalities, all the different yogas. And I love a lot of them. And they've all done amazing things to me and for me, and I've appreciated them. But there has been nothing that I've experienced that's quite like block therapy. And this is why I want to talk about this today with this topic, because when we're doing all the things and we're trying to do it all right, and trying to be the best that we can, and transform and transmute and all of that, which is so important, right? That's why we're here. We're here to be the best selves we can be, right? And sometimes it's just hard AF, honestly. But what I love about block therapy, and why it's so important to connect the dots of it with this physical modality and the spiritual and emotional aspect, as well as the mental and the physical, is because when we're doing all the things, we want to remember that fascia is the largest organ in our body. It's like the endoskeleton for our body, for the organs, for the cells, for the systems, for all the different parts of our body. It's what holds it all together. It surrounds all the cells. It surrounds all the organs. It surrounds all the systems. And that's a fabulous thing. And it's like a big highway. I've talked about that before. Like, it's this huge highway that connects all of us together in this physical being, in this physical body. And what it does also is get frozen over time, because we have improper posture, and with gravity. Gravity just naturally pulls us in and forward and down. And so things get squished. And what is important to note is that, as we know, we need space, right? We need space. We need our own physical space. We need our own energetic space. All of the energetic systems within us need space. So do our organs and our cells. They all need space. So they all need space, and they get frozen, right? So that means there is no space. So what does that mean for us physically? Let's start with physically. What that means for us physically is that the cells have no space to communicate, right? First of all, let me back up. They have no space to get their nourishment, okay? Because there's not blood and oxygen flow. Blood and oxygen does not flow through frozen fascia. So those of you that know about chakras, let's think about our chakras for a minute. And when we know that a chakra is stagnant or stuck or blocked, doesn't flow, right? The energy doesn't flow. And what we want is that energy to flow up through our first energy center, up through the crown of our head to the seventh, and up to the other chakras, right? It goes on and on. Who knows how far? And we want that flow. Well, when the fascia is frozen, there is no flow. So physically, the cells don't get nourishment. They don't communicate with each other. That is where wellness begins, right? Wellness begins at the cellular level. And then when we talk about the organs and they're frozen, they've got frozen fascia all around them. Well, if the organ has frozen fascia, it's not going to be as effective. And then, so one of the things that's really popular right now are liver packs, right? Castor oil packs for the liver. And I'm all for that. I think anything that we can do that helps our body to be more effective, to have space to move to all of it, yay, 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 yay. But if there is frozen fascia all around your liver, which I promise you there is because you're human, this is what happens, then the liver's not functioning as well. It's not functioning properly. And that castor oil isn't going to be as effective. So we're doing all these things, right? We're taking supplements. We're eating the right foods. We're doing the castor oil packs. We're doing the coffee enemas, all of these things for our physical bodies. But if we've got frozen fascia in all those areas, it's only going to be this effective, not this effective, right? So if you've done things like that and you've felt the effects of them, think of what you could feel, right? I'm going to give you an example. My friend Lisa Francis suggested she heard something from Edgar Casey about castor oil in the belly button for tinnitus. And I thought, oh, isn't that interesting? So I started doing it and I noticed that it was affecting things and I loved it. And then I thought, boy, you know what? What if I got on my block in the belly position before I do that? What could that do? So several times I did that and I noticed an even deeper effect of it because there are 72,000 or 75,000, I don't know, over 70,000 nerve endings in the belly button. What? 72,000 nerve endings in the belly button. So think of all the frozen fascia there because as we come in and down, in and forward, we're squishing everything. So everything in our core, all those organs are squished together. They don't have the space they need. So I'm going to take a moment and see. Hi, Kate. Thank you for being here. Kate says, the energy has been crazy. Oh, seen it all around me. And thankful for Deanna. Thank Deanna for block therapy to support us. Amen, Kate, because without block therapy, like I'm telling you guys, I have shared with you all, I've been very honest, transparent about what a difficult time this last 14 months has been. It makes me get emotional just thinking about it. I've been through some really hard things in life. This has been the hardest for a whole host of reasons that I'm not going to get into, but just to say it has been rough. And I know I've done so many things, and I know for a fact that block therapy has helped tremendously for me to get through all of this emotionally and physically. And then it's made the other things that I've tried that have helped be more effective. Like I was just saying with the organs and the cells and all that, and melting that fascia that's holding all of those organs really in prison, right? It's like this little frozen prison, and they aren't getting the blood and oxygen, and the cells aren't getting the blood and oxygen and all the communication like they need. So they can't do what they need as effectively. So hi, Dana. Thank you so much. It's so nice of all of you to be here. I appreciate it. So for those of you that are here, we're going to get to card pulls in a moment. So who wants a card pull? Yes. And so Kate, this is what I was just going to get to. Kate says, and the emotions too are trapped. And that is what I was just going to get to. Thank you, Kate, for that beautiful segue. Our emotions are in that trapped fascia, right? We all know this, right? We know that the body keeps score, right? We know that the issues are in the tissues, but how do we get to all that? And we can go so deep ourselves that we're doing all the shadow work and all that. But when we know that the stuff is stuck in those tissues, deep in, we have to go deep in. And block therapy does that. And block therapy is the most incredible modality. I know I'm just keep talking about it, but it's because it is just truly so incredible. So Kate is in England, and Kate is she's actually a block therapist. I'm a block instructor. She's a block therapist, which I just love. It's the next level. And so Kate knows the benefits of all this, and she also knows how important fascia is, right? And to melt the fascia. So I want to know. So I see Dana wants a card, Teresa wants a card. Beautiful. Thank you, ladies. But I also want to know what are your questions about block therapy? Teresa, you've tried block therapy with me in person with an actual block. Tell me what you feel about it, if you don't mind. I'm kind of putting you on the spot, Teresa, but sorry. Okay, Susan would like a card. And so I'm going to write you guys down. So I've got Dana. Dana, it's so nice to see you. I haven't seen you. I'm trying to think. I haven't seen you on Facebook forever, and we haven't connected in so long. So thank you for being here, all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Yes, Dana, I will, if it's okay, Dana, I'll send you an email about the class I'm going to do. It would be wonderful for you. So I'm going to put this down. Oh, Kate, I'd love to pull a card for you. Thank you. So what I want to say, though, I want to finish with why block is so essential when we're doing all of this work. Okay. So when we're doing all of this work that we're doing, whether it be shadow work, journaling, Reiki, craniosacral, massage, any of the work, the energy inside of us gets like this, right? It gets all fluffed up and it's moving all around because it wants to be released. But this is the kicker. Where do we give and where do we release energy? We give energy and release energy through our hands and our feet. Well, guess what, people? Our hands and our feet are incredibly frozen, especially our feet. The feet are the furthest from the engine, which is the diaphragm. And so they get really frozen. So when we're doing all this work and it's moving all around and wanting to be released and it can't because we're frozen, come on, really? Like, oh my gosh, like how frustrating. We're doing all of this work and it can't be as effective as it could be if we were open and in flow, right? So I want you to just think about that for a moment. All the work that you've done, let's just take this month of November, right? All the work that you've done this month on yourself, on improving yourself, on transforming and transmuting and working on patterns and all of it, right? And it's been effective, but how effective it really could be, that's the magic. That's the thing. And with the block, you go really deep, you hit all parts of the body. And in the class that I'm doing, it's going to be a wonderful class and it's going to be Micheleized, meaning that, of course, I've got to bring my brand of magic to it, right? I can't just offer a block class. It's going to be a very intentional block class. It's 4 parts. We're going to each week we'll deal with a different area of the body. And then we'll do some meditation at the end, be very intentional. There's going to be some music. It's going to be really beautiful. And I'm so excited about it. I haven't been this excited about things or something that I've offered other than my $56 sessions, which those of you who have taken advantage of that, sorry guys, I'm a little warm. Those of you who have taken advantage of that, I appreciate it so much because they have been off the charts amazing. And I'm also going to put a link to that in here as well, I think. So let me see. I'm going to try to do that while I'm still talking to you. We'll see how well that works. Anyway, guys, so that's why block therapy is essential. We're doing all of this work, right? And we want it to really, really be, we want it to be meaningful. We want it to be effective because it's our precious time. Let's not even talk about the money that we spend on it, right? It's our precious time. And then I have to tell you, I wrote a post about my favorite aspects of block therapy, and I left out one thing that I'm going to share with you guys here. I absolutely love, love, love block therapy because I get to do it on my time wherever I am, however I want. If I'm in bed and I want to do it, I do it in bed. Why I love this, and this is not, I want to make certain that I say block therapy is not meant to replace other modalities, massage, Reiki, other energy work. Like, I'm never going to not go have my harmonic egg sessions. They're just too good. I'm going to do it. But they help them be more effective. And in between all those things, I get to do my own energy work, right? And be really effective and go really deep and release and be effective. So that's me. That's where I'm at. Okay, shouldn't I see this? Oh, there, I do see it. Okay, I am live. I see me. That's me. Okay. That's where I'm at. Okay, I'm going to put this in the chat. So this is the link for there it is right there. That is the link for my $56 celebration sessions, which are phenomenal. That's the link to go and schedule. Okay, and then I'm going to put the link, if you know that you want in on the block therapy class. I'm going to put that in as well. Sorry, guys. Let's just get all this business done right off the bat. Okay, so that's what I have to say about that. I'm going to save those till the end. Okay, so let me go back. I've had more. Thank you, Dana. All right, so Susan. Oh, hi, Lisa. Francis, did you hear me talk about you? I just talked about you. Kate would love a card. Okay, Teresa, I want to see what Teresa says. Yes, I love working with the fascia, so I think it is such an amazing tool to take things to the next level for the physical and emotional healing. Yes, and I want to add mental and spiritual as well. It's really the whole person is brought into this in a way that is just so beautiful and complete, because that's what I've always been about, right? I mean, like, if you guys have followed me for any length of time, you know that I'm not about band-aids. I'm like, let's get to the root. Let's get to the real meat of it and get it done, right? And that's what block therapy does. And the block, it's certain woods that they make that Deanna and her engineer use to make the blocks, because they mimic our bone. And that's what we need. We need something that mimics our bone so that we can work through the layers, because it is layer upon layer upon layer. And it's in a spiral, which, guys, how beautiful is that? The fascia is in a spiral. Our emotions are in a spiral. Life is like a spiral. Nature is so fucking cool. Like, I can't even say. And Kate says she's done so much of this work the past couple of months. Block helps so much to release. Isn't that the truth? It is just unbelievable. Okay, so I've got those. I got those two links in there. Oh, shoot, Lisa. Yes, well, what was I saying? I can't even remember now, but I said, and hi, Lisa Carberry. Nice to see you. So if you guys, and Anita, I missed you, Anita. So okay, so we've got those people that want cards. Okay. So, let's see. Actually, no, I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna share. I want to pull a card for us. Okay. And so I'm using the Good Tarot deck, Colette Baron Reed's Good Tarot deck. And two cards came out. So that's what we get today. So this is just in general. We're going to pull cards. Oh, you know what, Dana? Shoot. It's because I put them on PayPal. I will get that link to you. Sorry about that. I will get the link. Yeah. So let's see. Anyway, I'm going to, two cards fell out. So we do the two cards, right? We don't get to say, oh, only one card. We do both. So the first card I picked was the Six of Water. Look at that gorgeous card right there. Six of Water. Okay. And this is all about nostalgia, kind of living in the past, missing days gone by. And to me, when I see this card, this is always a good sign of get out of the story. Okay. So I'd like you to think about a story that you've been running a lot recently. Okay. So this could be something to do with family. We are in the holiday season. It could be something completely different, whatever it is. Just make a mental note of it. So when I pulled this card, I knew exactly what the story was that I was telling. And it was about the moon cycles and feeling like I'm in a constant cycle of releasing and releasing and releasing more. And like, I'm tired of it. So, I don't want to change, like, I want to tweak that story so that maybe I don't say I'm in a constant state of this and it's hard, but maybe I tweak it and say, I feel like I'm in a constant state of releasing and how wonderful I'm doing all this beautiful cleanup, right? And it's easy and effortless. I can say whatever I want because, guys, we're always telling a story. Always. We're always telling a story, but we get to decide if the story benefits us and helps us move forward, or if it holds us and keeps us stuck. Okay. So that's the 6 of water. And then, gotta love this, 6 of fire. Okay. Now, I love this card because this says you are transforming, right? And your light is growing. And it is up to you to share that light with the world. And that is what I have always said. We have 2 purposes, right? Our first purpose, this is the same for every single being on this planet. Our first purpose is to be a light for ourselves first and for the world after that. So our second purpose is then unique to us, right? But the first purpose, we all share that. We all share that. So how can you take all this work that you've done, all this transformation that you've acquired and are in the midst of, and make the light even brighter and share it more with the world? What a beautiful, beautiful message today, right? For all of us in general, right? This is just the general stuff. And I love that they're both 6s, right? Because 6 energy is all about healing and nurturing, compassion, caring, repairing, right? And God knows we all have a lot of that to do. Okay. Oh, Lisa. Absolutely, Lisa Francis, you can get a card. Who else wants a card? You have to be live to get the card. So Dana, are you still here? And I know there's a delay, so I'm going to give it a second. So I would love everybody to tell me also, like, how are you guys experiencing this moon? Oh, great, Dana. How are you experiencing the moon? What's going on for you? What's been up for you? Oh, Anita, I'd love to pull a card for you. Thank you. I would love to hear, like, oh, Lisa Carberry, absolutely. Boy, I appreciate you and Kate being here because I know Lisa Carberry, especially, you're in Australia. Is it very early there? I don't even know. I lose track of time with what the time difference is. So Kate, I think you're 7 hours. So it's like maybe 11:30 p.m. for you. Okay, Dana. Busy. So Gemini. Yeah. I hear you. Ooh, I love this. So first thing that I noticed, this is Panther Spirit. Okay. So beautiful card. But the 44, Dana, that seems very pertinent to me. And what that says, like, I don't get too bogged down in the absolute meaning of the double numbers, or if I'm seeing like double or triple numbers or repeating numbers all over. I don't get too bogged down in that. I do, however, love when I see the repeating numbers, knowing that it's just a sign that I'm on the right path. But what this feels to me is you're not trusting yourself. Dana, I see you at like a fork in the road, and you're kind of paralyzed with indecision right in the middle. And because you keep from here trying to decide which way is better to go, which way is better, which way, which will be the best for me. And you're thinking about it rather than just grounding into the heart center and knowing which is the best way. And, Panther Spirit is all about reclaim your power, right? The part of this too, I'm feeling like your root chakra and your solar plexus are both out of whack, really out of whack. And so like, I would really recommend my earth for you. First and foremost, even before, like even more than the fire, which is for the solar plexus, because your root chakra feels very wonky. When I tune in, I always think about a pedestal. Like we all have a pedestal that we go through life with, and we want our pedestal to be huge. We want it to be big and to be able to run and jump and play and have fun on our pedestal. Yours feels pretty small. It's not like as small as like a balance beam, but it's pretty small, so you're feeling confined. And this is a symptom of you being up in here too much. Does this make sense, Dana? So anyway, you've got this choice of either path, and you need to ground in and then trust yourself, because honestly, there is no wrong answer. There is no wrong path. Either path is going to get you where you want to go. It's just a matter of the distance, the time, all of it, right? So there is no wrong way. So trust yourself. I hope that helps, Dana. I would love to know. Lisa says it's mid-morning there in Australia on Thursday. So she's a day ahead, mid-morning. Yeah. And so let's see. Dana said, busy, so Gemini and fast. Yep. And Anita says, this full moon is in my 10th house. Have a new leadership job and working with it to release self-limiting beliefs regarding being a boss. Ooh, I love that. Yes. Okay. So Dana says, yep, root chakra way off. I can feel it. So I didn't tell you guys also about an offer I'm having. So along with all this, like I'm feeling so fatigued over constantly releasing. I was also feeling so fatigued over Black Friday, because my God, I was getting emails and texts about Black Friday starting the week before. Are you kidding me? Like I'm kind of over. I'm on a little rant here. Sorry, guys. But if anybody agrees with me, I'd love to know. I'm over us starting something before we can even finish something else, right? So it's like, just let us have Black Friday be on Black Friday. That's it. So let us have it there. So I was getting all these emails. And then I'm like, am I going to do a Black Friday after? I always do something for Small Business Saturday and whatever. And I'm just like, oh, I don't feel like it. And then I got 2 emails. And one was like, they were both like, one was 0% off for Black Friday, but this customized thing. And then another one was make me an offer, because I honestly, I don't feel like, she was very honest. She's like, I don't feel like doing all the stuff to have the sale, which I appreciate the honesty, right? We're all tired. We are all tired. We're just overwhelmed. And so we have to honor where we are. So anyway, I decided that I was inspired by them. And so my offer is, let me know where you are. So Dana, if I might use you as an example in this really quick, we know your root chakra needs some work, but I would do a personal recommendation. You email me, message me on Facebook, wherever, Instagram, wherever you find me. And I make a personal playlist map for you of all the things that I do. So it might be an intuitive session, products, maybe a little of both, whatever, but it's personalized and customized for you, for where you are right now. And of course, I'm going to have some bonuses. So that's my offer. If you guys want to take advantage of it, hit me up. I would love to help you with where you are right now. Because guys, the fact of the matter is, life is a lot right now. It has been for a while, and it's not going to change anytime in the near future is what I'm feeling. I keep saying to my people, like, come on. When's the relief coming? When's the relief coming? And the relief in the external is not coming. It's up to us to find the relief in the internal. And that is through each other and all the tools that we have. I believe we need to have the biggest spiritual toolbox we can get, full of everything that resonates with us. Because at any given time, we need to be able to go there and find what resonates, right? And it changes. Um, oh my gosh. Dana, 444 is in my email and phone, so feeling very supported. Wow, I love that. Can't make this stuff up. Okay, Teresa. So let's see. I'm feeling like, I don't know if there's what's going on. It feels like there are two people in your life right now that are like pulling you both ways. Like they've each got a hand and a leg. And they're just like literally both trying to pull you in both ways. And they might both be female, but one feels like it has more masculine energy. And you're having a really hard time like setting, not just setting the boundary, but staying with the boundary with both of these people. And it's important. Yeah, one of these feels like a friend for sure. And it's someone who's been a friend for a long time. So do you know what I'm talking about, Teresa? And for anybody new who's here, if you want a card, I would love to pull a card for you. So just let me know. Teresa, I just want to make sure I'm on the right track. Well, actually, I'm just going to go because it's just how I roll. Okay, so I pulled two cards for you because I feel like we need a helper card. Not at this moment. Okay, it's all right. I'm gonna go with it. And so squirrel. Okay, believe in yourself. So the thing that that I thought of immediately when I thought of this is distraction. And this might be how the people are pulling you, right? You're getting distracted by these two people. I immediately saw the squirrel, or like not the squirrel, but Doug from Up, the movie Up, and how he's just like, he's doing something, squirrel over there, oh, over here, getting distracted. And that feels like that's been happening a lot. And that's what's pulling you, these people. But I'm also feeling like they're pulling you because they're wanting something from you. Okay. They're wanting something. And it might even be more than two people. I feel like you're being asked a lot of right now. A lot. It's overwhelming. And it's and because you're being asked a lot and you're busy, that's adding to the distractedness. Okay. And so then the card that I pulled for you, the 8 of Earth, and I love this. That's a cello, a beautiful cello. And to me, that's talking all about grounding, right? But also 8 is the number of abundance, right? So the grounding is found in the abundance, or the abundance is found in the grounding. So again, that goes to if you are in this space of being pulled and everybody's asking a lot of you and you feel like you're here and then there and then there and then blah, 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 that keeps us from being grounded. So does that make more sense, Teresa? I hope so. Okay, let's see. Natalie, hi. I would love to pull a card for you. And hi, Jennifer. Lovely to see you too. Let me know if you'd like a card. Okay, so now we're with Susan. Susan, are you still here? If you are, please let me know. Hi, Natalie. Oh my gosh, I hope everybody who's in America had a great Thanksgiving. Oh, Teresa says 8s are my number right now, and I have kept good boundaries so far, making sure I get plenty of rest. Yay, Teresa, I'm so proud of you. Okay, and let me say, what I'm feeling could be coming. If it isn't right now in this present time, it could be coming. So just like, file it somewhere, right? Okay, Jennifer would like a card. Wonderful, Jennifer. Okay, and Susan is here. Okay, Susan. So this feels like, I don't know what's going on with home. It just feels like this whole sense of safety and security Was it you, Susan, who, no, that was Anita with the job. So Susan, this feels like a lot about safety and security and money. So what's going on with that right now? Are there a lot of insecurities in that area, or like doubts, not trusting yourself? Because that feels very root chakra again. And interesting, isn't Gemini an air sign? Is Gemini? No. Is Gemini air? Dana, our resident astrologist on our live today. I think Gemini is air. So this moon is not in an earth sign, but there's a lot of, well, and I guess if it is an air sign, that can make us feel ungrounded. Kind of explaining it to myself, I guess. But so, Susan, again. So that does make sense. Susan said yes. Okay. So the instability, the insecurity, the uncertainty, and the money. So we're going to, and this one feels like, interestingly, I just give it how I feel it or how I sense it. Doesn't always make sense to my logical human mind, but that's how I do it. So I'm feeling your water. So your second energy center, the sacral chakra, is all out of balance. So I would think that, and it could be the cart before the horse or the other way around. Either the overwhelming emotions and the instability in the water is causing you to not feel safe and secure, or the other way around. Either way, and I was feeling movement. Did I say that? I probably didn't, because I didn't get there. Anyway, okay, that makes sense. Susan said new owners of building, maybe doubling rent, roommate wants to move. Okay. Brown bear, take time out. Okay. So I love this. And I'm going to say, when bears, I always think about the hibernation aspect of bears and how they just take all this time to be quiet and still. And that's water, right? Winter, which is when the bears hibernate, is governed by the water. So the emotions feel overwhelming. The emotions feel out of control. And it literally says, take time out, right? So what I'm going to say is, take your time in making the decision. Like, you don't have to make the decision today, right? Like, you get to take a day or 2 or 3 to fill into it, and then know where you want to go. The other thing that I'm feeling is, like, it's okay that the roommate wants to move. Like, bye. It's good. It's actually good. It's actually good. It will be a good thing. And Gemini is air. Thank you, Anita. And one thing that I want to say is, we get very scared sometimes about these type of things when they happen, because our human doesn't see it, the way around it, through it, in it, all of that. And we want to be reminded that our human is not where we're going to find the solutions. Our human is not the creative. It's our spirit that's the creative. It's our highest self, our spiritual self, that's the creative genius, right? And that's where it comes. So, all of the things that you love about where you live, Susan, I would write them all down, and I would say, let it go to the universe and the moon and say this or something better, right? And I would actually even say with the money, like, I want something more affordable for me. I'd put it all out there, the whole enchilada, everything you want. Why not? Shoot for the moon, literally, right? Okay, Kate, are you still here, Kate? I forgot to ask before, darn it. And I'm trying to shuffle. I love the cards too. I love those cards, Susan. So thank you. So I should mention, just because, I'm not very good at this, guys. I'm always practicing to be better at, marketing myself and doing all that. But let me just say, Susan, that offer that I just spoke about with the customized curated playlist, water, my water blend would absolutely be part of that for you, because it is masterful at helping us balance our water into this beautiful flow and ease, right? So it helps us to bring all those overwhelming emotions into check and to feel like we're in control, which is everything, right? That's what it. Oh, darn it, Susan. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, you know what? I would put that. You want to live close to them. Like, our job when we're talking about manifesting is to get super clear about what we want, right? And then let it go and ask for this or something better. This or something better. Lisa says, we so often forget that the body is a vessel and that we are more expansive than our mind wants us to believe. Amen. What wisdom, right? We forget that all the time, that this body is something that we engage in, and we want to take beautiful care of it because it allows us to be here and have this human experience, but we are not limited. Right? We are not limited. Like Lisa said, we are more expansive. We are more expansive than we can even grasp. Like, we have no clue. We really have no clue. So let's play with it, right? And see where we can go. And Jen says, I have the water and love it. Oh, I'm so happy, Jen. I recommended that for Jen. And so I love that. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Thank you, Dana. Dana said she had to run and came back on. I'll connect with you. Thank you, Dana. Look forward to it. Okay. So Kate, you're there patiently waiting. So let me see what I feel with Kate. Kate, this is about business and expansion. Your business is wanting to expand so much. So, but it feels like not only, I don't know what this is about, Kate, feels like not only with fascia work, like the block therapy, but it also feels something with like supplements or homeopathics. I'm not sure what I'm seeing exactly. It just feels like that. So I don't know if that makes sense, but it really wants to. So I don't know if you've been called that way, but you've been resisting it. Whatever this expansion is that's coming in, feels like you're resisting it because you're afraid of it. And you're not sure, like the thing keeps coming. I don't think I can make money with that. I don't think I can make money with that. And I want to say, let that go. Like, that's a story, right? Like, one of the things I heard from several people, I met Kate in person. It was such a pleasure in Winnipeg. And at the end of September, when I went to a block therapy workshop that Kate was also at. And over the course of the weekend, I heard several people say to me, you can't make money with block therapy, or you can't make money with this other modality they were talking about, or whatever. And every time I heard that, I was just like, nope, not taking that on. Not taking that on. That's their story. Let's let them leave it there. Okay. So, Kate, does what I'm talking about make sense to you so far? Oh, hi, Cindy. How are you? Thank you so much. And yeah, if you would like a card, let me know. I'm pulling cards. So, Kate, anyway, I feel like there's an addition to your business, and it's big. It's like big. So let's see. 6 of water. Oh my gosh. You can't make this stuff up. That's what I pulled for us overall. So, Kate, this is what I'm going to say. The stories. What did I say? Get out of the story. You really cannot make this stuff up, you guys. I didn't turn this card over until just now. I swear. And you can't make this stuff up. And what did I say? Get out of the story that you're telling. Get out of the story, right? So whatever limitations you're putting on, whatever walls you're putting up, whatever things, like, right? Like, get out of that. Just get out of that, right? And Jennifer says, good for you. Yes, that's their story. Yes, it is. It is their story. And I don't want to take that on. So that's my example. But you guys, where's your example, right? Of somebody putting their own limiting belief or story on you and you taking it in, right? Or being aware and going, nope, not going to do that. Not going to do that. So, Kate, this is just so beautiful. And this woman, I just have to say, like, the water, and I said earlier that water finds its way through the mountains. Look, there's mountains there, right? It's like the water has forged a path. So it's wonderful. Okay, so Kate says, going through transformations in my business is multifaceted. Perfect. So are there supplements or homeopathics or something like that there as part of your business? Because if there isn't, I feel like you've been drawn that way, so you might want to look in it. And Kate says, amazing guidance, says this is what's going on, expansion and fear. Oh, thank you, Kate. I'm so glad. I appreciate the validation. Really, guys, I appreciate it, because I'm just sitting here by myself in my dining room, living room, kitchen, talking to myself, hoping, right? So I appreciate it when you guys can validate for me. And let's see, Sunday says, feeling this full moon, but so thankful for the growth. Yes. And thank you, Sunday. Well, I would love to do a card for you. Okay. Lisa Francis, are you here? Lisa Francis. Last time I did this, which was on, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I don't know, the new moon, I think. I used Lisa's beautiful deck. Lisa is here. I used Lisa's beautiful deck, and they're incredible cards. So you guys go to her site, look her up, find her on Instagram or Facebook and see her cards. They are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, thank you, Kate. Kate says, gotta go to sleep. Sleep well. Thanks for being here, Kate. Oh, and Sunday says, I love Lisa's cards. Look at that. Yeah, we've got a Lisa fan on here. And she is awesome. She is. And what I love about Lisa is her cards were born from a time that she fully was connected to source, God, spirit, whatever the word you want to call. And she followed the guidance. Didn't understand why, didn't understand what it all was doing. She just followed it. She just trusted. And what a beautiful thing. Oh my gosh, and I just looked, 4:44. It's 4:44 where I am. Magic time. Okay, so Anita, are you still here? Because I want to pull your card next. Okay, Lisa, so let me see what this feels like. Somebody is pushing your buttons. I just keep feeling like somebody is pushing your buttons and they know right where to push. And you're doing such a beautiful job of staying present and not letting them get you. But it's like, it's really time to use your voice in a very powerful, very effective, very grounded way. Okay. So use your voice, Lisa, whatever that means. Okay. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense, Lisa. And this is 10 of Earth. So again, grounded voice, right? And 10 is one, right? So when we think about one, I always think about warrior. And not like warrior, like let's fight, but warrior like battle ready if needed, right? I'm battle ready if needed. So it's like you're the word maven, right? You're the word maven, so the queen of words. So ask for the perfect words to say, because what you've been doing is you haven't been letting it bother you, but it feels like you've also been quiet about it, which it's not like it's giving the wrong signal, but it's not being clear about where you are, what you feel, and what you want. Okay. Does that make sense, Lisa? And then the gold, that gold just stood out to me. So visualize gold as much as you can. And another, I'm going to say it's interesting because I'm talking about communication, but our throat chakra we need to be grounded in order for our throat chakra to be balanced, right? They go hand in hand. I mean, that's how it is with a lot of the chakras. They go hand in hand. And I really don't think I don't think they're independent. They all kind of depend on each other. And they're like a beautiful little team, right? So, but does that help, Lisa? I hope so. Okay, Anita. So I know you've got the job stuff, but this feels more like, are there two girls? I keep seeing two girls. Oh, and let me say this. I keep hearing a Mary, I don't know. And there's a 6 connected. So the 6 could be connected to this woman, which would be the 6th of a month, June, or just the number 6. And also something in the chest area. Like, it feels like a couple things. So like heart, and I'm having trouble breathing. So I don't know. Can anybody claim this woman? She's been here for a while and I finally gave in. I said, I'm not here for mediumship today, people. But guess what? I'm not in charge. So I tried to be and it didn't work. So here we are. So Anita, are there two girls? Where are the two girls, Anita? And I love this. Lisa Carberry says, Lisa is beautiful and so are her deck and system. Amen. Okay, so Anita, two females is what I'm feeling. Where are those two girls? Anyway, wherever these two girls are, I feel like there's some conflict. And it's not yours. It's not yours. Boy, lots of messages today to not be in, have boundaries. But not only is it not yours, but it let me say this. It feels physically like it is yours, but it isn't. And it's time for you to get really clear and just say, I'm not involved in this. I'm not involved in this. Okay. Not sure. And nobody can claim Marion or Mary? Yeah. Lisa Carberry says, when those beyond the veil want to say something, they find a way. Yeah, and it's usually pestering me, like literally tapping me on the shoulder. Hey, hey, hey. So hopefully we're going to find a match with for Marion, Mary, an M name, Mar something. Could be a last name. Might just be the initial M. Might be off on that. Okay. So Nita, you're not sure who the two girls are. Is it you and another girl, woman? You could be one of them. But it feels like there needs to be a clear boundary. And is there something with an inheritance or jewelry, something like that they keep showing me? Okay, I don't know. But this is Sandpiper Spirit. Okay, be playful. So I'm gonna look at this real quick because okay, no, I don't need to. I just got my answer. So I looked at the card, looked at the number, it's 51. So when you dial that down, that's 6. Okay, so what did we say about 6? The energy of healing, of compassion, of nurturing, of repairing. So there's something, Anita, with you and another female. If it's not two females and you're in the middle, then you feel in the middle of something with this other female. And it's time for you to let go of the story and to do the repairing within yourself. Okay. And come to it from a place, playful aspect, not of work, right? Not of work. So Natalie says your grandma is Mary, or my grandma is Mary. So Natalie, does any of the other stuff that I said work with that? The chest felt like a couple things like heart and lungs or breast and I don't know, a couple things like in the chest. And then the 6th, the June. So does that fit with her? So Anita, does that make more sense what I said? I'm gonna pull another little card for Anita. If anybody else new is here and would like a card, I would love to. Let me know. Strength. And this card is an 8. So I love that. I love that. Anita, and again, this is just about being strong. So it feels like there's something going on. Again, you and another woman. It's two females. So if it's not you in between two females, it's you and another female. So I'm going to leave that there. You've got all the strength you need, is what I'm feeling from this card. I don't know what the card says, but that's what I'm feeling like. All of the strength is within you. You don't need to look anywhere else for it. It's not outside of you. Like we do that all the time, right, guys? We look for the stuff outside of us, but it isn't there. It's always in here. Okay. Okay. My mother and sister are in a disagreement, but I stayed well out of it. Okay. So, but I'm going to say then, you've stayed well out of it, but there is something about it. But now I'm the boss of several females. Great. But I want to go back to this one. You've stayed well out of it. However, something about it is triggering you. Okay. There is something about it that's triggering you. And I'm going to say that this stuff with your mom and your sister is connected to the not trusting yourself of being in your leadership skills and in your leadership ability. Okay. So there is a connection there some way, right? Can't get into it a ton now. I'd love to work with you, Anita. Click that link if you want to click the link for the session for $56 in the comments, and I would love to get into that more. And Natalie says, not sure. Let me sit with this. Okay. Nobody else has an older female. This could be a grandmother, aunt, mother, family friend, somebody that you don't, it could be a mother of somebody that you just know, right? Or a relation to a friend or something like that. Okay. Lisa Carberry. I feel so much movement around you. Of course, Anita. Thank you so much. Okay. And Lisa says, I'm interested to see what message wants to come through for me. Okay. Well, here we are, Lisa. Especially, and she says, especially since I'm enjoying a cuppa from my mystical brew cup. I love that. Okay. So I'm feeling tremendous movement around you. So to me, that means like there's, if you aren't literally moving, sorry for that, then it's like there's movement going on around you. So maybe there's remodeling or construction or something like that, but there's just massive movement and chaos. It just feels chaotic. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Lisa? And he just says, thanks for your time, message and your time. You are so welcome. And thank you for being here. Thank you guys so much for being here, because without you, I can't do what I do, right? And I love this. This is, I can't tell you guys how much I love to do this. It is just everything. It really is everything. So thank you. And I'm not being like flip or like, this is honestly, like, this is what I live for. Connecting people with the spiritual realm, with their people who've passed away, with the messages that want to come through. And so, I appreciate it so much. Okay. Oh, Sunday says, your clock brings me joy, makes my heart happy hearing that sound. Thank you, Sunday. And I appreciate that. I love it too. And I have to say, I love the sound, and this hung in my mom and dad's house. Okay. So I can't really show you guys, but it's just this small, like little clock, right? And it hung in my mom and dad's house forever. And so I was really happy to be able to get it and bring it to my house. But we were having dinner one night, and it was shortly after my niece had passed. My niece passed in 2004. Suddenly, tragically, she was 19. It was awful. And we were at my mom and dad's house, and we were having dinner. We were all gathered, and we were talking about her and just like memories and things. And all of a sudden, the clock just came off and fell. And the interesting thing is, it didn't fall straight down like the nail came out. It fell about 3 feet from the wall. So, anybody there who thinks that the afterlife is not a thing or that things don't happen, please. Like, that's such proof. And I have proof over and over again, but it was so cool. So I appreciate you bringing up that clock, Sunday, because it's always reminds me of my dad. And I love having that. And Lisa says, I love it when you do. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, Joe. My dog's all excited because people are walking in the room. Oh, Lisa says, yes, I'm moving on, relaunching my business and doing additional studies too. Awesome. Okay, so Lisa, the moving is relaunching, but it feels chaotic. So the message that I want to bring through is, where can you simplify? Where can you hone it in? Where can you bring it in and simplify? Again, that water, we want to be really in ease and flow. So where can you simplify? So maybe you're going super complicated with the launch and you don't need to. That's what I'm hearing. And restless in my current living situation, would like to find a new home. Okay, well, moving is all around you and on the horizon. So find the simplicity. Okay. And the card that I pulled, I'm just going to turn it over now. You guys. 6 of water. And I just said, be in the flow, be in the ease like the water. Right? Oh my gosh. So, Lisa Carberry, where are you in the story? Right? Where are you in the story about I'm going to go back to the relaunching of the business. Where are you in the story about it's got to be just like this or perfect or complicated or whatever it is? Where are you in that story, and where can you soften your grip on that and just relax? Like, I literally see you relaxing into a nice lazy boy and just letting it come, like letting the inspiration and the ideas flow instead of trying to create it up here, right? That we talked about before, but be in flow of that, right? And the blue is, so this is so about communication is what I'm seeing. So how you're speaking to yourself, how you're wanting to communicate with your audience, all of it. And there's something else with a, I don't know if you've been up for a part or you're going to revisit, but there's some big new thing coming, like an opportunity for your acting, and I'm not positive if it's you acting or you being like something behind the camera with like screenwriting or script or directing. I don't know what this is, Lisa, but I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, and thank you. Goodbye. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so Sunday says, my grandma's too. Does that fit with your grandma, Sunday? You could let me know. Guys, I'm kind of mind blown. Sorry. 3 times that card has been pulled tonight. 3 times. And I have shuffled and shuffled and shuffled. Wow, you just can't make this shit up. You cannot make it up. You cannot make it up. Okay, so let me see what Natalie says. I was just saying, Sunday, you said my grandma's too. That's what I said. And I was wondering if what that's in reference to, the M and all of the stuff that I said. So let's see what Natalie says. I've had a dream about her recently, and she's my father's mother. He was born in June, but other than that, I'm not sure. I did have her on my mind recently, so maybe she wants to say something. I think so. So it's your dad's mom, and his birthday's in June, right? And her name is Mary. So there we go. And let me say this. This could be more than one for more than one person on this call, right? On this live. So just because I'm saying, yes, Natalie, this fits, let's run with it. Anybody else, don't think, oh, well, that's it. It's not for me. No, it can be for you too. Okay. Oh, Sunday says the clock. My grandparents had the same one. I love that. Okay, Lisa Carberry says, interesting. No acting that I'm aware of, but I have been planning to do a lot of videos for my business. There you go. Oh, that would explain the behind the scenes, right? Because you're going to be the writer, you're going to be the director, you're going to be doing all of that stuff. Yes. Okay, got it. So, with that, Lisa, where can you simplify? Where can you bring it in? Where can you simplify? That's super important. Super, super important. Okay, Natalie, let's see what your grandma has to say. So, your grandma wants to tell you I don't know if you're sorry. If I don't know if you're up for a new job or if there's a possibility of a new job or a promotion within the company, but I feel a new job. And she's saying, stop holding yourself back. You have it. This is amazing to me. You guys, Natalie, where Natalie is today from where Natalie was when I met her, she has like literally transformed her life over and over and over again. She does ice baths. She does sound baths. She's a sound therapist. She does meditation. She is so skilled and such a beautiful person and does so much. So when your grandma says to me that you're holding yourself back, oh, sorry. Look at that. His birthday is 6/6. Love it. Thank you, Grandma. Okay. And thank you, Natalie, for validating that. Okay. So, but when your grandma tells me that you're holding yourself back from something, I'm shocked because you're so brave. She's gone skydiving. Oh my God. I mean, Natalie is just brave and has forged a new life for herself that is beautiful and that she's been the sole architect of. And so that is all just amazing to me. Oh, it's true, Natalie. So, what is this? Is there yeah, Jennifer says you guys would get along. You would. You know what? I'm going to someday, you guys, I swear, I'm going to have a gathering of all my people, my favorite people from all over the country, and we're going to come and get together and just play, right? Just play. Of course, we'll do a little bit of Michelle's magic here and there, but we're just going to play and like share all of the things that we do with each other. Like, wouldn't that be the most incredible, incredible, incredible thing? New love. Hi. Let's see. Can I have a card? Yes, new love. Can I just have your first name? And Natalie says, I'm going to another class tonight that terrifies me, but I'm going to do it. Okay, there we go. Yes. Okay. And I love that. And your grandma's still saying there's something with a job. Okay. So there is a job. Okay, guys, in the middle of this, pulling this card, there's another. See, I opened the door to one and here they come. There's a J. Oh, Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. So, sorry. There's a J here. A J like January. They're also showing me a 2. I almost said 2. That's a bad habit I have. My daughter and I used to watch Project Runway back in the day when it was Tim Gunn and Heidi Klum. And Heidi would always go, there are 2 of you left, you know, and we would always joke about it. So I got in that bad habit. It's what I get for being rude about Heidi Klum. Now I go, there are 2, but so a J, an initial J feels like a male, older male who's passed. Initial J could be first, middle, or last name, and the number 2. So that would be the 2nd or February is something. Okay. And so, okay, the job is interesting to me. I'm pretty content in that field. Okay. Well, you know what? Something might be coming and your grandma's just asking you to be open to it. And when the fear comes up, just answer it. Hi, fear. Thanks for showing up, but got this. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay. 9 of fire. Woof. So fire is all about action, right? We know what the element of fire is. It's all about action. It's all about our personal power and our sense of, self in our personal power. And 9 is all about completion. So this class that you're going to, there is going to be something in it that is going to help you get that completion, right? The completion that you need of not wanting to step into your personal power. Okay? Not wanting to step into your personal power. So, that's it, Natalie. Does that make sense? I hope so. So step into that personal power. Okay, Jennifer, you're up. Okay, Natalie says, oh, that makes so much sense. Thank you, Natalie. I appreciate it. Your solar plexus has some stuff going on. So, Natalie, do you have some fire oil or spray? If so, use it. Like morning and evening, back of the knees. Okay. So, guys, for those of you that may not know, that's how I work. I have all these beautiful, incredible, powerful, and potent blends that have been gifted to me. I'm going to say gifted through me because, they came to me for myself and for everybody. And when I recommend them, which is always custom, right? It's never what it is. It's like I can't remember who I talked to earlier, but it's like, you got a communication thing, but we got to work on the root chakra first, right? Which is not necessarily what we'd think. You would think I would recommend the voice blend because it's the throat chakra, but no, we got to work on the root first, then this. So that's how it goes. I custom recommend. And then from there, I also recommend where, when, and how to use the blends because it's different for everybody. But Natalie, if you have fire, back of the knees, morning and before bed, especially before bed. Okay, so Jennifer. There is something going on that you are just, it feels like on loop, on repeat in your head, a criticism, and it's coming from when you were little. Like I'm feeling like the age of 5 or 6. So whatever, if there's something that you know of that happened then, there's a thread of a story that is from that. And it may not appear to you that it's from that, but it is connected and you're holding on to the thread. Okay. So does that make sense, Jennifer? Okay, and what does Lisa say here? Thanks for the card message. I've got a funny feeling I've got a team working behind the veil to deliver something bigger than I could imagine. And from the simplistic of things. Amen. Yes, Lisa, that's exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. They're working, but they need you to get to the space of simplicity so that they can bring it forth, right? Because that's not the way that spirit works. Spirit does not work from the complicated. Spirit does not work from all the humaning that we love to do and bringing all the stuff and it's got to be perfect and all that. That's not how spirit works. Spirit works in the kind of the simplistic and the ease and the banal and it's not showy, right? It comes through in big ways, but it's not showy. So absolutely, Lisa. And I love that. So first Jennifer said, oof. And then she said, yes, a big feeling of imposter syndrome and stories that aren't serving me any longer. Wow. So Jennifer, does the age of 5 or 6 make sense for you with that? Does that go with that? Okay, guys, so I've got Jennifer I'm doing now, then I've got Cindy, and then I've got Elizabeth. If there's anybody else on that wants anything else. Oh, and hold on. I got to go up here because Anita, where's Anita? Susan, sorry. My Uncle Jack, but don't remember a 2. So, Susan, is there a 2? not necessarily connected to him, but a 2 with you. So that would be, sorry guys, got to move my block a bit. That would be February, or the 2nd of a month, could be the 2nd of February, or the 2nd of another month, or the number 2. So maybe one of 2 had 2 kids, one of 2 kids, something like that. Does that make sense? Hi, Lori. Yay. Lori says, love watching you work. Thank you, Lori. I love watching Lori work. Lori has the most incredible studio. She's a brilliant artist. She's got the most incredible studio in Salt Lake, and she does beautiful circles for the seasons and women's circles. And she now has a school, a year-long school for women that is just beautiful. Okay. Thank you, Natalie. Love you. And Lori, if you want a card, let me know. Oh, okay. So Susan, oh my gosh, February, you guys, February is when my lease is up. Can't make this stuff up. Okay, so I think your uncle is here, Susan, to let you know everything that I said about being in the space of being clear with what you want to move to, where you want to move to, all the details. Be super clear and then let it go. And then call in your team and put them on the case and say, I want this, bring it. I want this, bring it. Okay? So do that. And your Uncle Jack is here and he wants to help you. Don't you just love it, guys? Our family and friends, our loved ones who have passed away, like they are with us and they are rooting for us so much. They want us to succeed, and they want us not only to succeed, they want us to have everything our heart desires and then some. And they want to help us. But, the way that the spiritual law works, they can't help us without being invited unless it's a matter of life and death before our time. So invite them in. Put them to work. They want to help. Okay, so Jennifer, let's see. I'm going to get to you just a sec, Jennifer. Susan says, and one of my boys is a February. There you go. Okay, so he wants to help you. Okay, Jennifer, I'm aligning in my integrity and values in all things, and I've made shifts as recently as today. 5 or 6, I'll need to think about it. Perfect. I love that you've made shifts. And then she says, the theme of stories from my youth impacting me even today does resonate, is very true. Okay. So, and you know what? If it doesn't make sense right in this moment, what is when you were 5 or 6, that's okay. That's not important. It's just important that we know there's a story and you've got the thread in your hand. So the more that we can let go of that thread and pick up the right thread, right? Which is the thread that you were born with, the thread of who you are, the thread of your authenticity, the thread of your personal power, and the confidence. That's the thread you want to be holding and moving through life with, right? But we pick up these threads from these stories and it really screws us up. Really screws us up. Okay, so Lori would like a card as well. Okay, so Jennifer, the card to go with that is, Buffalo. Okay, and it's a 10, which again, the new beginnings, warrior mode. And when I say warrior mode, I want to be really clear, guys. It's not warrior mode in fight. Let's go. I'm ready to do battle. It's not that. It's I trust myself to handle all of these things that are coming to me, and that I will step in as needed and step up as needed. Even if I don't trust it, understand it, see it, know it, all that, I will do it, right? And so Buffalo, the abundant universe will provide. Okay, so just trusting in you. And then this is interesting, because what I just got the flash of is the natives, like they used the buffalo, but they used every single piece of the buffalo, right? Nothing went to waste. They used every single piece of it, which is so that's so respectful, and there's so much sacredness in that I just love. So what they're asking you, Jennifer, is to use every piece of you, even the pieces that you might not be proud of or that you might be ashamed of. Even those pieces have a place at the table. Okay. And they have a space, and they want a space and a place at the table and in the work that you're doing. It's important to bring all of you, all the authenticness, like me. I don't know how many swear words I've said tonight. I don't keep track. I know I have, because that's me. That's who I am. And I tried to temper that for a lot of years. And then like 5 years ago, I'm like, Michele, what are you doing? It's you, right? And people might not like it. And if they don't like it, whatever. And if people like it, they might like it, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not going to change me. But me tempering that was changing me, right? Me tempering that was changing who I am and who I was showing up as. And that's never good, because people want the authentic, right? Isn't that the truth? We all want the authentic. I know that's true with me. I don't necessarily gravitate towards the most polished or the most well-spoken or the most whatever. I gravitate to real. If you're real, I'm there. And that means ugly things, warts, bad days, flubbed up lives, whatever it is, right? I'm there for it. So this is saying all those parts, Jennifer, love them and welcome them. This is a great metaphor of the using every piece. I still do those things to be accepted. Yep. Don't we all? Right? Well, that's what we're told. And then when we get on social media, it's the highlight reel of everybody's life. So then it's like we start judging ourselves and comparing. And one of my beautiful friends taught me several years ago that, she shared with me that comparison is a thief of joy. So, when we're on these things and these platforms and it's the highlight reel and everything looks so beautiful, and then we're like, well, that's not really the way it is in my life. So what am I doing wrong? Nothing, right? You could do a highlight reel too, right? It's just we're being authentic. We're being us. We're being who we are. Okay, so Jennifer, I hope that helps, and I hope that made sense. Invite those parts of you to the table. They want to see. They want to see. They want to share. Lisa, it is the highlight reel, isn't it? Come on, guys. Isn't that really what it is? It's the highlight reel. And when we compare our everyday stuff to the highlight reel, where are we ever gonna come up winning there, right? We're never gonna feel okay if we don't realize it is the highlight reel. It is the highlight reel. So just remember that. And comparison is a thief of joy. And it's damn hard not to compare, guys. Like, let's be honest. I've been doing this work. I've been a medium my whole life and connected to the spiritual realm. But I've been doing this self-help transformation work for 24 years now, more. And still some days I'm like comparing myself everywhere to everyone, and not just me, my whole life. And when I catch myself, thank God, because that's the trick, right? It's not to never have these thoughts, never to have these feelings, but to be aware of it when you can, and to catch yourself in that moment and then go, yeah, not going there, not playing that game. Thank you. No, thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, Sunday. I keep seeing the number 16. Where's the 16? And an R. Is there an R connected to you, Sunday? And 16. So I don't know if this is something with you when you were 16, if you have a 16-year-old, if there's a number 16. If you could see my hair, I love Lisa. If you could see my hair, that is a highlight indeed. Show us, Lisa. We want to see the highlight. Okay, so Sunday, does any of that make sense? So we've got an R and we've got a 16. Feels like there's just some conflict. I'm feeling there's a lot of stuff going on in your second energy center, your sacral chakra, and it's all about a conflict with a family member. So that's what this feels about. Do you know what I'm talking about? Gotta wait for a second. 16, yes, R, not sure. Okay, so this doesn't need to be somebody who's passed, Sunday. It can be somebody who's still here, and your team is just talking about this to me. Okay, so it's a conflict with a family member or somebody who's really close, and it's really weighing on you. Like it's really hard. Okay. So she said, okay, then yes. Okay. So this card is going to give you guidance. What I'm feeling before I turn the card over is it's time to just like set yourself free. And it's not just freedom with this situation, it's freedom in general. Like freedom to ask yourself, what do I want to do today? What do I want to eat today? What do I want to do for Christmas? All those things, because I don't feel like you ask yourself. You defer to everybody in your life. And then if there's any space, then maybe you'll go in there, right? But you don't do that very often. You defer to everybody. And so this is about freedom, giving yourself permission to have the freedom to do what you want, to make decisions, all that. When we don't feel free, it is so stifling. Oh my gosh, it's stifling. Stifling, stifling, stifling. So, oops. Okay, Sunday says yes, yes. Thank you, Sunday. So the card that goes with that is call. It's number 20. So to me, what this basically says, I have no idea what the card says in the book. I love these cards, but I have no idea. But what I'm going to say is you're not heeding your own call. Like literally, your spirit is calling you and saying, Sunday, kind of like I said, Natalie's grandma was tapping me on the shoulder. Michele. Your higher self, Sunday, is saying, Sunday, let us choose. Let us have a say. Let us be involved in our own life. Let us be part of the structure of our own life. Let us be part of creating this life, right? Because that's really what it is. We talked to Lisa Carberry earlier about, the acting and maybe being the director behind the scenes. And we forget that that's us with our life. We're the actor, we're the screenwriter, we're the director, we're the lead actor and actress, we're the supporting actor and actress, we're all the parts, we're the producer, we're the ticket taker, right? We're all of it. Yet we give it all away. We give all those roles away to other people for a lot of reasons. And part of it feels, Sunday, like it's been hard for you to find a place for yourself amongst people when you were young and now. But you're getting the call. Are you going to heed it? Answer the call. Answer the call and give yourself the freedom to make a choice. Okay. Elizabeth, are you still here? Elizabeth, I keep seeing like a truck and a car. So I don't know what's going on with a truck and a car. Okay, so does that make sense, Elizabeth? A truck and a car. And then Lori, if you're still here, I would love to a card just fell out. So that's going to be Elizabeth's card when I find out. You are welcome, Sunday. Thank you for being here. Like I said, you guys, if you're not here, I can't do this. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And again, oh, excuse me. If you have, like, if you guys, any of those things that I talked about, the block therapy class that's coming, if you want more information about that, or you want to do it, the link, but I put it in the YouTube. So if you're on Facebook, you won't have it. So message me for it. The link for the one-on-one sessions, which are still on special for $56, which what? Like crazy, amazing price for everything that you get. And then my offer of creating a custom playlist map for you. We'll take everything that I do and we'll just kind of throw it up and see where it lands for you. A beautiful curated playlist for you. And Lisa says, we're even the background extras, the parts of the human experience that have shaped our scenes and our narrative. Yes, Lisa, thank you. Boy, she is so full of wisdom today. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Okay, just about to jump in the car soon. Okay, Lori. So, Elizabeth, you don't have a car or a truck? Maybe, Lori, that's what I was feeling for you because you have to jump in the car. So let's see. Let me do Elizabeth's, but Elizabeth says I don't have a car. Was there a car or a truck accident? Was there a car or a truck accident? Okay, Lori, I'm going to pull your card while I'm waiting to hear because I know you got to go. And Jennifer says, I'm very much looking forward to the block therapy class. I am looking so forward to that too, to having you there. And I'm so excited about it. It's just been so transformative and life-changing for me. Okay, Lori. So let's see. Your card is a bobcat. Life is a mystery. Okay. So I think that maybe the car, Elizabeth, was for Lori because she said she was getting into the car. Okay, the thing that I'm going to say about Bobcat is Bobcat is very independent. Like this is one of the things that I think of when I think of any of the cats, like a domestic cat or a large cat. They're very independent. But Lori, what I'm seeing for you is, where do you need to ask for help? Seeing that someplace you need to ask for help and you're resisting it because there's this thing that says you should be able to do it. Whatever, ask for help. It's going to make it much more enjoyable for you and much more pleasurable. And actually there's two places and they both fill work. So when I see the two places with work, I'm thinking your mystical work that you do and then your JOB work that you do. So I don't know if that makes sense, Lori, but ask for help. Okay. All right. So Elizabeth, let me clear for just a second because they might have been giving me that car stuff because Lori was leaving. Okay. No, I'm still seeing a car, but this is more like a classic car, like from the 60s or the 70s, like and it's light colored, like a white or a tan or something like that. And it's like a, I don't know, Camaro, GTO. I don't know what it is. But it's an old classic car. So Elizabeth, do you know, was there a car like that in your life at any time? Do you know anybody who had a car like that? And is there a J connected for you? It feels kind of sports car-ish. Oof, it's such a challenge with this delay because I'm spewing all this stuff and they're still wanting to give me more, but I'm waiting. My father had a white Volvo. Okay, was it from that like 70s stuff? Jay, and a car connects with my boyfriend sitting with me. Okay, Sunday, hold on to that thought just 1 second. Elizabeth, I want to make sure with you. So your father had a white Volvo. Is your father here or is he passed? And I don't even care what era the car was because I can get that mixed up so easily because I'm using my human often with that. So there's something about the white Volvo and what music was in that white Volvo that you listened to. He's still here. Okay. What music was in that Volvo when you were driving it with him? Like there was specific music. It's almost like, and maybe that's where I'm getting the 70s. It's like 70s rock or 70s music. Okay. So her father is still here. That's okay. There's something about the music. So does that make sense, Elizabeth? Okay. Lisa has to go. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you, and you are terrific as well. Thank you. Okay, so Elizabeth, waiting to hear from Elizabeth. And the 70s rock that I'm feeling is like Chicago, Three Dog Night, the Doobie Brothers, Journey. I don't know. It was a long time ago he had that. Okay, but was there a specific music that was played in the car that you can remember because you were a child? You were young when you were in that car with him? This music. So what I'm going to say is the music is talking about you like going back to that time when you were a child. No, were you in the car when you were in the car with him? Did he play certain music? I want to make sure I'm making sense. So, like when you were in the car with him, did he play certain music that you can remember? Or there's a feeling about when you were riding in the car with him that was playful and kind of carefree and like young, right? You felt young and alive and like all the possibility. That's what yes, he had some music. Okay, thank you. Is it that 70s kind of music that I'm thinking of? Or that really doesn't matter. You don't even need to go there. It's more about how you felt when you were in the car. The young, the carefree, the all the possibilities being ahead of you, right? That's how we feel when we're young. Like everything is ahead of us and it's so exciting. And just like the wonder of a child. That's the piece that is being asked to be called up within you because you've gotten too serious. You've gotten bogged down in the serious of life and the responsibility of life and all of that. So go back to that space of carefree and fun. I'm also seeing like you swinging. So I don't know if you used to love to swing when you were a child, but I'm seeing that. So if you can go swing somewhere, do that. So it's interesting because that is one of the things that I have missed the most when I moved. And I didn't realize it, but we had a swing set in my yard, and I would go out on the swings a lot, and just swing. I loved to swing when I was a child, and there's just this carefree feeling about my feet being off the ground and gliding through the air. And so, and I've missed that so much. And I haven't taken the time to like go to a park and do that, but I'm going to. I'm telling you all right now, I'm committing to that. That's my intention for this week. I'm going to go to a park and swing. And I want everybody to check up on me and make sure I did it. Okay. So message me and ask me. Okay. She says, yes. I remember one time when I was a child and I felt like that. Perfect. And she misses that feeling. Yeah. Don't we all? Right. And the beauty of it is, we can be nostalgic for it, but it's just right in here. We just have to go and do whatever will bring that up in us. So does the swinging make sense for you with that, Elizabeth? If it's not swinging, then find something else from when you were a child that'll resonate. Doing a puzzle, coloring, playing with Play-Doh, doesn't matter. Whatever age we are, we want to go where we're going to get the most effectiveness. Okay. And then this is your card, the 2 of Fire. Okay. So I love this because Look at this. It's a woman on a camel, right? And she's got the lamp. It's gorgeous. Fire is all about action. Fire is all about that personal power, grounding into that. But the 2 is what I'm really attracted to for you, because 2 always means partnership when I look at it. I know it means other things, but to me, it always means partnership. And so when we want to talk about you and that feeling, it's you and little Elizabeth. Okay. And having that connection and that partnership of you doing this life together. We get very much in this adult frame of mind, and we put that younger part of us aside. And the younger part comes up a lot, right? When we're wounded, when we're triggered, when we get upset, a lot of times it comes up. But we want to remember we are at our best. We are at our most effective. We are at our most complete self when we bring the 2 together, right? Our younger self, our little self, and our adult self. They are what make the magic. They are what make us a complete human here to have the complete experience, right? So don't forget that partnership of your little Elizabeth, and do some healing with her if you can, do some healing with her. And Elizabeth, I'd love to work with you. So that link is in the YouTube up at the top. Schedule some time with me, and let's get that. Let's reconnect that part of you and find that carefree, and also all possibilities are available. All opportunities are available. That's a very important piece of this. And Susan, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, everybody, I think we're done. Does anybody have any questions? Any more comments? Anything that you want to ask me about anything? Whatever it is, hit me up. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. And so I'm going to give you guys a few minutes. It's a Wednesday. I love Wednesday. Hump day. It's right in the middle. And this day it's all about communication, because it's ruled by the planet of Mercury, which is all about communication. So this is a great day for communicating, and it's a great day to kind of be aware of where our communication might be a little out of balance, and our throat chakra, where we want to bring balance, right? Because it's important that we have the balance in that throat chakra. We don't want it to be, a lot of people think that if they need to work on this area, that it means that they need to talk more. That's not correct. We want to find the balance. Sometimes we might need to talk less. Sometimes we might want to talk more. It's all about being connected to ourselves and finding what we need within us. So thank you so much, Anita. I loved having time with you as well. I appreciate all of you. I love all of you. And I'll see you for the next moon message. Have a good one.